What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Dylan Mathews back at it again with another hometown take. Today I'm talking about the Atlanta Falcons, and we got some news we need to talk about. I'm going to go over the signings the Atlanta Falcons have just made in these past couple of days and this past weekend because I haven't had a chance to react to it yet. And one signing that could spell the end for a pretty long tenure Falcon right about now. So we're going to get into it. Some Falcons news for you. But before I get into it, make sure you like this video, comment your thoughts, subscribe to the channel, and check out the link down below. To buy me a coffee to help fuel this channel, help fuel the Atlanta Falcons to a great rest of their off season. Had a pretty good one thus far, and we'll see if we can make it better with your coffee. So buy me a coffee if you can. Also turn on your notification bells to make sure you get my content as soon as I drop it. Be the first to watch, comment, like, all that good stuff. I would appreciate it if you turn on your notification bells because the video's coming. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and get into today's video, ladies and gents. The Atlanta Falcons have made some signings. They made a trade, and they sticking with what they've been doing all offseason. And, you know, they got a type. And the type is big and physical, so we're going to see how it results on the field. But let's go ahead and get into it. On, what was the 14th? May 14th, was that? Today's the 18th? So I think that was like last Saturday, something like that. Sometime last week, the Atlanta Falcons traded for wide receiver Bryan Edwards and a 2023 7th round pick for a 2023 5th round pick. So just swap some picks and they got wide receiver Bryan Edwards. He's a pretty young receiver, just coming into his third year in the league. In 2021 with the Las Vegas Raiders, that's the team that drafted him. He played in all 16, all 16 games because there wasn't 18 games here. No, there was 18 games last year. Anywho, he played in 16 games, started in 12 of them, had 34 receptions off of 59 targets, 571 yards, 16.8 yards per reception, not bad. 3 touchdowns. His longest reception was 51 yards, and he had a 57.6 catching percentage. So caught balls thrown at him 57.6% of the time. It's not a great number. It's not necessarily a bad number, but it's not a great number. But Bryan Edwards, another depth piece. And guess what? Another big wide receiver for this Atlanta Falcons football team, coming in at 6'3", 212. So Arthur Smith done put his stamp on it. Tell me you like having big wide receivers without telling me you like having big wide receivers. Just go get a whole bunch of big wide receivers. They got Kyle Pitts, got Drake London, got Auden Tate, got now Bryan Edwards. So they got a lot of tall pass catchers in the building right about now. But wait, there's more. They also signed Geronimo Allison, who's now an Atlanta Falcon, to a deal. I don't think the numbers have come out on his deal yet, but anywho, they signed him on the 16th, so I believe that was Monday. But Geronimo Allison, you might remember him. I think he caught one of Aaron Rodgers' Hail Marys at the end of the game. But anywho, 6'3", 202 pounds. So another 6+ foot wide receiver for the Atlanta Falcons. Now, Geronimo Allison, he may or may not make the roster. He's a big body dude, but he hasn't had many productive seasons in these past couple of years. So, in 2020, he opted out because of COVID. Last year, with the Detroit Lions, he played 3 games and started one of those games and had all of 2 targets and no receptions. After that, the Lions was like, I'm good, Geronimo. Enjoy. They put him on the practice squad, then cut him from the practice squad, brought him back to the practice squad, and then just let him go all together, and the Falcons have now scooped him up. So in 2019, the last productive year he had, 16 games. He started 6 of them. This is with the Green Bay Packers, by the way. 55 targets, 34 receptions, 287 yards, 8.4 yards per reception, 2 touchdowns. His longest reception was 31 yards, and he has a 61.8 catch percentage. So Another depth piece, probably a guy who'll be battling, with the Kadero Hodges of the world and whatnot. So, we'll see what he turns out to. But, the Atlanta Falcons, if they're going to be deep with one thing, they're going to be deep with some tall wide receivers and some tall pass catchers. Hopefully, it results into touchdowns and some red zone touchdowns. But we'll see. But they got some big wide receivers on this squad. Kyle Pitts, 6'6". Auden Tate, 6'5". Drake London, 6'3", 6'4". Now Bryan Edwards, 6'3". Geronimo Allison, 6'3". They got some tall jokers on this team, so they added some more over this past weekend. But moving over to the defensive side of the ball, also on Monday, the Atlanta Falcons signed inside linebacker Nick Kwiatkowski. Pretty sure that's how you say it. Kwiatkowski. He's at 6'2", 242, so another big linebacker for Dean Pees' defense. He was drafted by the Chicago Bears, our guy Ryan Pace, who was, if you don't know, the general manager for the Chicago Bears from 2015 to last season until he got fired because, Chicago Bears haven't done a whole lot. But anywho, Ryan Pace bringing in another one of his draft picks. He done brought in so many people from the Chicago Bears team over here to Demir Bird, now Kwiatkowski. A whole bunch of these folks. Anywho, 2021 stats for Kwiatkowski. 8 games, no starts though, 1 forced fumble, 21 total tackles, 13 solo, 8 assisted, 1 tackle for loss. Again, another depth piece. No big signings here to report on, but I do want to make a point here, especially with this Nick Kwiatkowski signing. Like I said, originally from the Chicago Bears, 2016 4th round pick, 113th overall. And, he's another big linebacker. So what does this mean for Dion Jones? Obviously, Dion Jones has one of the biggest cap hits on the team now since we extended Grady, extended Jake Mathews, got rid of Matt Ryan, obviously, who's, obviously this 1 year he's going to be a cap hit, but after that he's coming off the books. What does this mean for Dion Jones? We know Dion Jones is a smaller linebacker. He's more good, he's very good sideline to sideline. He's good in coverage. He's a good tackler, but in the run game, he's not very good because once those guards and pulling tackles get up on him, he can't shed those blocks because he's a little bit smaller and obviously not as strong as those big old burly linemen. And Terry Fontenot came out and addressed his contract specifically during earlier this offseason. And this could mean the end of the Dion Jones era for the Atlanta Falcons. Now we drafted Troy Anderson. We got D'Angelo Malone. We have Lorenzo Carter. Now we got Nick Kwiatkowski. We have these bigger linebackers now that Dean Pees wants. And we also, don't forget, brought in Rashaan Evans. It's probably handpicked from Dean Pees and Arthur Smith. So we have all these bigger linebackers. How much are we gonna use Dion Jones? And obviously he's getting paid like a starting middle linebacker, basically. And at this point, we might just be using him as a 3rd down linebacker because he's not good on the run at all, just because he's not getting off any type of blocks because of his smaller stature. So, are we gonna move on from Dion Jones, or is he gonna take a pay cut? Is he gonna let the Falcons restructure his contract to where he's not, making as much, or moving the money around, or what have you, or just straight up take a pay cut? Or are the Falcons gonna have to move on with him? Is he gonna be one of those, post June 1st cuts where they save a little money, the Falcons do, off the cap by moving on from him? John, you guys know I work for 92.9 The Game, the flagship station of the Atlanta Hawks. John Chuckery last night was talking to D. Orlando Ledbetter, and he asked D. Led, if these moves, especially the Kwiatkowski move, kind of throw up some red flags when it comes to the future of Dion Jones. He said, yeah, he thinks the Falcons are either going to, make him take a pay cut, or they're going to move on from him because he is a smaller linebacker and they can really only use him in 3rd down situations where he can, cover, because he is pretty good in coverage with his speed. But that's pretty much it. So could this Nick Kwiatkowski signing be the end, or, signal the end of the Dion Jones era? And I think it very well could. Dean Pees wants bigger linebackers. Just like Arthur Smith wants bigger wide receivers, Dean Pees wants bigger linebackers. And I told you guys when we did the offensive and defensive rebuild videos that this is a football team that is trying to get bigger, stronger, and more physical, and Dion Jones isn't really fitting that bill right about now. So we'll see what happens with the future of Dion Jones, but I'm not too sure he's going to be an Atlanta Falcon much longer. That is probably going to be the next big domino to fall for the Falcons. What are they going to do with Dion Jones? Like I said, I would not be surprised at all. So be on the lookout if Dion Jones is a post-June 1st cut by the Atlanta Falcons to save them some moolah. But let me know what you guys think about the signings. We got Bryan Edwards, another big receiver. Geronimo Allison, another big receiver. I mean, Marcus Mariota or Desmond is going to be in that thing throwing it up. So we'll see how they do. But got big receivers, big linebackers. We just getting big around here in the 404, and I like it. I ain't mad at it at all. Want to get big, physical, fly around, and make plays. So we'll see. I like the way Arthur Smith, Dean Pease, Terry Fontenot is rebuilding this team. I don't know what I was trying to say there, but I like the way they're rebuilding this team. Anywho, make sure you guys like this video, comment your thoughts, subscribe to the channel. How are you liking this Atlanta Falcons rebuild right about now? Even though, you know, the Falcons obviously don't want to call it a rebuild, it is a rebuild. It's given very much rebuild. The only receiver we kept is Alameda Zaccheaus and obviously Kyle Pitts. Other than that, we got a whole new receiving corps. And we about to have a whole new defense besides, you know, Grady. Anywho, like this video, comment your thoughts, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notification bell so you get my videos as soon as they drop, and the videos coming like hotcakes. So scoop them up and look at them and watch them and enjoy them while it's hot. But again, guys, let me know what you think in the comments down below, and buy me a coffee if you can to help fuel this channel, help fuel the Atlanta Falcons to a great rest of their off season, because we're making moves and I like the direction we're headed towards. But that's it, guys. Just wanted to give you guys a little bit of Falcons news since I had a chance to react to the Bryan Edwards trade, the Geronimo Allison signing, or the Nick Kwiatkowski signing. And like I said, not huge things, not moving needers, but it kind of gives us a sense of where this Atlanta Falcons team is headed, how Arthur Smith, Terry Fontenot, Dean Pease want to build this Atlanta Falcons team. So just kind of gives you a little peek, a little sneak peek into where the Atlanta Falcons are headed. But again, guys, like this video, comment your thoughts, subscribe to the channel, buy me a coffee if you can, turn on your notification bells. And until I talk to you guys next time, stay true to Atlanta, believe in Atlanta, go Falcons, peace.